everyone, and welcome to the first virtual InvestSmart Fest 2020. My name is Marina Baharudin, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ombudsman for Financial Services. The Ombudsman for Financial Services is an independent, non-profit organization which was set up to resolve disputes between financial consumers and financial service providers licensed and approved by Bank Negara Malaysia, such as banks, insurance companies, takaful operators, development financial institutions, e-money issuers, payment instrument issuers, financial advisors, and insurance brokers. We have been appointed by Bank Negara Malaysia as the operator of the Financial Ombudsman Scheme in 2016. The term Ombudsman originated from Sweden, which simply means an independent person or a body who investigates and resolves disputes fairly away from the courts. Our services are free for all financial consumers. Our eligible complainants consist of individual consumers and small businesses or SMEs who use financial products and services provided by the financial service providers. We accept disputes relating to direct financial losses. For disputes on banking, insurance or takaful products and services, the monetary limit is up to 250,000 ringgit. For disputes on motor, third-party property damage insurance or takaful claims, the limit is 10,000 ringgit. Disputes relating to unauthorized transactions through the use of designated payment instruments or a payment channel such as internet banking, mobile banking or ATM, or unauthorized use of a check, the monetary limit is 25,000 ringgit. OFS does not accept disputes relating to service features, customer service, underwriting, credit decision, third-party bodily injury or death claim, disputes that have already been referred to the courts, and disputes which are time-barred. Firstly, you must refer your disputes to the financial service provider, and if you are not satisfied with the outcome, you can come to us. We adopt a two-stage dispute resolution process, that is, case management and adjudication stages. At the case management stage, our case manager will try to resolve the dispute through mediation, and if no settlement is reached, the case manager will issue a recommendation. If either one party disagrees with the recommendation, they may refer the matter to the Ombudsman for adjudication. The Ombudsman will then review the dispute independent of the case manager's findings and issue a decision. If the complainant accepts the final decision, the decision is binding on the complainant and the financial service provider. If the complainant does not accept the decision, they are free to pursue their claim through any other means, such as the court. We look at each case independently and impartially. We do not take sides. We weigh all the facts and evidence provided by the financial institution and the complainant and take into account what is fair and reasonable in resolving the dispute. We endeavour to resolve the disputes within 3 to 6 months, depending on the complexity of the dispute. You may visit us at ofs.org.my. Next, our Ombudsman will share with you the type of banking and insurance disputes handled at OFS. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I am Intan Khadiza Muhammad Amin, the Ombudsman for the banking sector. In the first half of 2020, we have registered a total of 205 banking cases, which is an increase of 61% compared to the same period last year. The increase of cases registered are mainly disputes related to card-based electronic payments such as credit and debit cards, internet banking, and mis-selling of financial products. Disputes related to credit and debit cards are mainly on unauthorized transactions arising from scams, lost or stolen cards, and unauthorized online transactions. Scams where victims disclose their one-time password are very common this year. Scammers would often pretend to be officials or even the victim's friends on social media or in chat, believing that they have won a prize or their personal information have been fraudulently used for credit card application. The victims would disclose their personal details, which includes bank details and OTPs. More often than not, the victim were tricked to believe that the series of OTPs were verification or security code to protect the account, which then enabled the fraudster to perform the disputed transactions. The victims soon discovered unauthorized online transaction charged to their cards, losing thousands of dollars. So for internet banking cases, there were increase in the number of disputes related to internet banking scams, such as tax scam, transaction authorization code, where the fraudster logged onto the victim's internet banking account via illegal means and then contacted the victim on the pretext that he had wrongly registered the victim's handphone with the bank, resulting in a tag meant for the fraudster being sent to the victim's handphone. Sometimes complainants receive calls or text messages informing them they had won e-wallet lucky draw prizes. To redeem the prize, the complainants had to disclose their banking account details to the fraudster. At OFS, we also deal with dispute on mis-selling and misrepresentation of financial products. The common type of complaints received is on the sales of bank assurance and investment-linked policy by the bank, where insurance policies are marketed as savings, fixed deposits, or investment plan with better returns compared to the conventional saving or fixed deposits. Therefore, some complainants are not aware that the product in issue was insurance policy. Sometimes the complainant claim that there were lack of transparency and disclosure at the point of sales as regards to the product features. Before signing up for financial products, do take your time to read the terms and conditions and ask questions if you are unsure about the product features. Upon receiving the policy document, you have 15 days to review the actual policy or certificates before and to consider the product from your own perspective. If you want to return the policy after reviewing the contract, you may do so for a refund of money given to the insurance company or takaful operator through the bank. For card transactions, do not delay in notifying your bank after having discovered the loss or unauthorized use of credit card or the PIN may have been compromised. Do not use a PIN selected from your birth date, identity card, passport, driving license or contact numbers, and do not disclose your PIN to anyone. Do not record your PIN on the credit or debit card or on anything kept in proximity with the card, which could be lost or stolen. Tip number 1. Do not give out your personal information in response to unexpected requests, whether it comes as a text, a phone call, or an email. Tip number 2. Do not give or share your OTPs to anyone for any reason. Sharing is caring, but not the case when it comes to your OTPs. Tip number 3. Do not pay upfront for a promise. If you do, they will probably take your money and disappears. So, be skeptical about giving your banking details in return for any attractive prizes or top-up to your e-wallet. Tip number 4. Do not panic and talk to your friends or someone you trust to check out the story. Remember, your banks will never call you for your banking details. Tip number 5. Do not open any strange or untrustworthy emails or website links or forward them to anyone. Contact your bank immediately if you have shared your banking credential or transferred money to someone that you do not know to enable prompt recovery action by the bank. Tip number 6. Hang up on robocalls. If you receive a call and hear recorded messages, do not press any number to speak to a person, as this leads to more calls and possible scams. Thank you. Stay safe. Kita jaga kita.
Hello everyone. The common disputes that OFS receives are related to life and medical insurance claims, motor insurance claims, as well as travel insurance claims. From our observation, most of the life and medical claims were rejected by the insurance companies due to non-disclosure of material facts in the application form, claims which do not conform to the policy or certificate definitions, as well as claims that fall under the policy exclusion, such as pre-existing illness. Claims under the motor insurance were rejected largely due to delay in notification of the claim to the insurance companies. And with regards to the travel insurance disputes, we note that generally the complainants were not aware of the coverage limits, terms and conditions of the policy that they purchased. Travelers will normally buy flight tickets together with the travel insurance, and they assume that the coverage is comprehensive. In fact, there was an increase in travel insurance disputes this year, arising from the COVID-19 pandemic. And majority of these disputes involved claims related to travel cancellation and travel curtailment. The general reason given by the complainants in these disputes was the lack of knowledge and understanding of the policy terms and conditions. Complainants assume that the insurance coverage is comprehensive without reading the terms and conditions of the policy. It is important for policyholders to read and understand the terms and conditions of the policy and make informed decisions when buying an insurance product. And for claims arising from motor vehicle accident or theft, it is important to note that the policyholder must notify the insurer as soon as possible of the claim. Normally, it is within 7 days, apart from lodging a police report within 24 hours. Don't forget to visit OFS virtual booth at the Invest Smart Fest. Please visit ofs.org.my to learn more about us. Thank you.
Ombudsman for Financial Services. We listen, we mediate, we resolve. Visit ofs.org.my to know more about OFS.